Now, hello and welcome, guys. I want to make this quick video before I go to the next one. Gotta get my other cam. Nonetheless, the woman, and the strength of the woman, and the pink way. That's how I call this video. Because apparently in this world, all these ideologies are all kind of backwards and shit about the masculine and also about the feminine. It's both, and then it's all kind of energies trying to confuse you and acting all kind of ways. And I'm here to tell you that this is merely playing out in falsehood. So the strength of the woman. And I don't make this in a simple way. I make this in a truthful way because I'm connected to the pink way as well, as far as I know myself by now, because obviously we all traveled down here further along, and all kind of enlightening our the dark spots within the collective through us, through ourselves, and where we grounded. That's the thing. I already made. I think I made a video. Oh no, maybe I need to make this video. It's kind of like as soon as you travel down here, no matter how holy you are, or not, or how you perceive yourself, you will have to tackle certain energies who oppose your gifts, basically. And that only can lead to self-mastery, or you pretend to not, and then you play out their game. But God wants you to tackle these energies because God wants you to do the good work. God wants you to find your strength in the spirit and see also the beauty of the soul. That might be more the feminine aspect, because there's both. Now let's get straight to the point with the woman, the power of the pink way, the power of the woman. The pink way is very holy. That's why I use this to explain. That's why most connect to it's a people perceive it as a very feminine energy, but people don't get that, and I want to now put this truth out there, because first and foremost, if you have a strong feminine, you gotta have a strong masculine, a strong backbone to back that up in any shape or form. Now, if we're talking. Now let's talking spiritual of these energies. You need a strong masculine as well, and vice versa. So in this distortion, then it's this kind of duality that when you have here one thing, you lack another thing, and when you see it from a multiple viewpoint, there is not even a duality anymore, because there aren't only two beings out here, right? So there are multiple beings and all kind of energy. So duality is a fraud in your mind, misconception. But from one perspective, it was real when we played out that paradigm, but even in nature, and that's much more grounded and rooted in truth, rooted in nature. So it doesn't make any sense. That's just the mind game. But we want to evolve through the mind on this evolutionary scale, on a collective scale. But we already beyond. Now we were getting to the heart, but there were all kind of distortions where motherfuckers then get caught up too much in the sacral, right? Now we're getting back to the serenity, the throat, and much higher. In fact, most of us are actually originally we already talked about that. Who am I? Who are you? We are all high vibrational source beings, as so many like to say, but it's true. So we all could be the heroes in our own journey, or we could all annoy each other. That's how you want to play it out. And still, there's the strength of the woman. Now let's go straight to the point. What the pink way really is. The pink way is highly intelligent, fine-tuned, right? That's why the feminine, high empathy, very in tune, emotional intelligence, um, emotion, energy in motion. Obviously, here you also got the masculine part, emotion, but the energy in motion. So you might think it's the feminine, but this world is coming back home or to spirit through the feminine, the divine feminine Christ, as many of us realizing now. Now, you might think, well, what about the masculine? Well, the masculine got a stand up as well, but it's they're all complementing each other. And the masculine always been about the spirit. Um, okay, you find your strength in the spirit, and all these truths you gotta realize. Truth, you might say this as very masculine. The emotional truth, the being able to bring out all the different angles, aka the movement, aka you might say the soil, the soil, right? The soil where something grows. That's the feminine, the heart. The heart connect to all. That's why the pink way is the higher heart. Okay, it's the higher heart. It's very powerful because you're very in tune, and you always have to fight since the get-go because you're so in tune. So you are a warrior. That's why you say sacred, warrior, goddess to the woman, or the feminine side. Now you think that's kind of weird hearing that from a man, but motherfuckers, here's the truth. Most women, or at least the spiritual women, are way more masculine in certain perspectives than you. You need to get your shit together, and I could talk all kind of shit to you about it, but in the end, it's about you personally getting the shit together for yourself. And I already told you, gotta that's where you see the masculine, because always been about the energies, the balance within two. Um, the because the pink ray is so connected, you gotta be very smart. You gotta get your shit together quite early because you're already dealing with the heaviness of the world, right? Um, that's it. I could go much more in depth about that. I don't wanna take it out of context though, because all way way in its origin and its truth is very sacred. That's why I also know it's all about self-mastery. But I just want to tell it to you, because they tell you all kind of lies to make women think they're weak and have to kind of be hard. Like they have to become the male, but then they are the male if they have become the male. Kind of like these bodybuilders, no disrespect if that's your thing, but if you train a certain amount, all of a sudden they got this high testosterone look like Arnold, Arnold's son or some kind of, you know, and then you're in the masculine again. So it always been about the balance, but you already gotta be strong. So you're already very sacred and connected. Uh, but you know the 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 one very in tune with their divine origin. That's perfectly stated. It just came to me. The one very in tune with their divine origin of any way you're most connected to. You learn the part of self mastery quite well or quite fast, and because we are all here to learn this ourselves and then remind each other. So that's the thing. I just want to put this out because they tell you, that women are weak, and then they want them to be like all these kind of weird, reverse role models, and then they want the masculine to cling to weakness, basically. And I already now talked about all kind of shit. I want to talk about even more. Now they tell you, basically they try to bring man to a point where because here's the thing, they you can't. Spirit is strength. You always find your strength in spirit. So they have to tell you that you're not worthy of being strong. You're not worthy of being a strong man or masculine side. You your masculine is not